Hello and welcome to my channel. I am your host, Suzanne. And first, let's begin with congratulating all those who participated in the 2-week challenge that we had that ended yesterday. I got some amazing feedback. Some of you that lost weight, numbers changed on the scale, clothes were fitting better. What was the other thing? Oh, yeah. And the fact that there was less, like there was no brain fog, there was less joint pain, mobility felt better. So yeah, thank you for the response. But I also got a lot of feedback about the struggles, especially around meal prepping, especially around tracking. So we're definitely going to talk about that, because today is all about if you want to meal prep but don't like cooking, how do you stay healthy? So today we're going to talk about that. So again, once again, congratulations to all those who participated. I will be coming up with a March challenge, which maybe next video after I will be posting, like I will talk about it, and then we're going to monitor it along the way. Just wanting to recap what we started initially in the beginning of the year about getting those healthy habits going. So it's been quite a few weeks now, almost coming mid-February. So 6-7 weeks, just checking in with everyone, how they're doing, any topics you want to talk about and incorporating into your life so that we can continue with this healthy lifestyle that we've started with. So feel free to drop that message in the comments, email me, send me a message on Instagram, whichever you choose. And let's get right into wanting to do meal prepping but don't like cooking. Well, like you, there are tons of people out there that don't want to turn the stove on. They don't want to cook. Well, lucky for us, we have air fryers. So that could be something you can use. But let's say you just didn't want to do any of that. You don't want to use the air fryer. You don't want to use your oven. Don't want to use your cooktop or stovetop, but you want to eat healthy. So let me break that down for you. You have to understand that don't stress yourself. One, don't stress yourself. It's just meal prep. And even those performers that are going for weightlifting competitions, and like they're not great cooks, but they eat healthy. They make the choices, they discipline, the consistency. So last week I spoke about discipline equals self-love, right? They love what they do, they love the way they look, they love the way their body feels, and so they stay true to what they want to do. So let's make this simple and easy for people that are trying to either meal prep or live a healthy lifestyle and the choices that they can make. So don't overthink it. 3 things you need to think about: your protein, your carbs, and your fats. For protein, you've got your rotisserie chicken, you've got canned tuna, there's Greek yogurt, there's eggs. For my vegan, vegetarian girlies and guys, there's tofu. I'm sure there's other sources of protein like beans and stuff, and that beans, then there's fiber that comes from that. So you also have to look into that intake of things. Again, when you're coming to your fibers, you're talking about quinoa, brown rice. If you're looking in terms of your veg, you've got your frozen veg, you've got salad kits, pre-cut vegetables. So you have, and again, in terms, and also when you're looking at your fats, you've got your nuts, you've got your avocados, you've got olive oil, avocado oils, all of those things that you can factor in to your meal prep. So now let's put that all together. We pick a protein, we pick our veg, we pick our fat, fiber, let's say 4. But let's focus on the 3. Last week, I bought a rotisserie chicken. I did not have time to cook, but I did split my cooking. I had some time on Friday, so I was able to do the base for shepherd's pie. didn't have time to bake the potato, to boil the potatoes, didn't have time to assemble it, but I was able to just make that and I put that into my fridge because I knew when Sunday rolls around, I'll kind of put it together because I still had some stuff in my fridge to eat till I got to meal prep. You can absolutely, totally break up your meal prepping. If you're new to this, just prep for 2 days. Maybe even prep for 1 day. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a Sunday. It could be a Wednesday. It could be a Friday. It could be any single day of the week. But the best way to do that, to keep that consistency going, is attach it to a current habit you have. So let's say you go play pickleball on Wednesdays. When you come back from pickleball, you're pumped up, your energy, your blood is flowing, yeah, let's do this. You feel good because you had movement. That's when you can take out the salad, chop it up. Like, that's when you put your meal together because there's a flow of stuff. Every Wednesday you do pickleball, every Wednesday you've got 2 days worth of meals ready. So attach it to an existing habit and then you won't fall off the wagon because it's habit now. Like, you're attaching it to another habit. So remember in the beginning we spoke about stacking habits, right? This is what we're doing. We're just stacking. You go actively and play pickleball or whatever it is that you do. I'm just picking a Wednesday. And now you've just added, okay, I've come back and I'm going to prep this meal for my dinner tonight and I'm going to have lunch tomorrow. But when you do that dinner tonight and have that lunch tomorrow, one, it's easy because it's just in your fridge. You don't have to stress and overthink. You just pull it, heat it, eat it, right? Now, if you don't want to cook at all, here is something that you can do. And I will be posting lazy grocery list, a list where you really don't need to buy food or cook. Sorry, you have to buy the food, not cook the food. So if you get a rotisserie chicken, and I'm sorry, I'm constantly saying rotisserie chicken, but I will give you a couple of other examples. If I have rotisserie chicken, I know if I take the back attached, which is the thigh and the leg part of the chicken, and put them into 2 containers, now I have 2 dishes. I take the breast, divide that in half, and I can shred one and make a chicken salad out of it. That will go for another 2 meals probably. And then I have this chicken breast that I could cut up and throw into a salad. Now, you get salad kits that you can use. You get pre-chopped vegetables, so you can get yourself hummus, but please, if you're getting store-bought hummus, read the label, make sure that they're good ingredients, wholesome ingredients in there. It might be a little pricey, but then you don't want to cook, so it's okay, we're compensating for that so that it's wholesome. You've got your veggies that are pre-cut, you've got your dip ready, you have that, so that's your snack taken care of. You get yogurt. If you don't want to get a tub of yogurt, you rather get the smaller yogurt cups that, this size is perfect, it's so many calories, it's so many grams, perfect. Throw some nuts on that and have that. That could be another snack. Again, you're not touching the stove. Tuna. Get cans of tuna if you like tuna. There's tuna, there's salmon. I think you get chicken. I rather just get a rotisserie chicken and make the salad. But if you don't want to shred that and that's even too much of work, sure, get the cans. But again, be mindful of the preservatives it has. So you also want to look at that side of things. So keeping clear of that and not having too much of that, you have to be mindful of. Making sure you're drinking plenty of water, having fruits that satiate you, that are filled with water, grapes, melons, they're good, they keep you, there's water content in there, it's good. Oranges are in season, have lots of vitamin C. It helps your boost your immune system. Having blueberries, antioxidant, raspberries, strawberries. If they're not available fresh, frozen is fine. I have a bag of frozen blueberries all the time in my freezer because sometimes I just feel like having it and I don't want to go to the store, or it's just been crazy busy, and when I go to the store, they're not as fresh as I would like them to be. So I'd rather have my frozen food. Frozen vegetables. You want to make a quick stir fry, or you want to just throw it in your air fryer, steam it, throw it in the microwave. If you don't even want to turn your stove or oven on, you have those two options. You get marinate salmon. You can get it from Superstore, you can get it from Metro, you can get it from Loblaws. I believe other stores carry it too. Sometimes it's frozen, but it's already pre-marinated. You don't have to cook. You know how many grams of protein is in it. You just take it out. You've got pre-cooked quinoa, sided with that. If you're making a salad, here's a good one, packed with protein, fats. You've got chickpea salad. Take a can of chickpeas, rinse it out, throw it in a bowl. If you choose, you can put, and if you're okay and you want to cut, you can cut some cucumber, tomatoes, some red onion, throw it in there, maybe some peppers if you have in the house, olive oil, tablespoon of olive oil to give it that squeeze of lemon juice. It's simple. Salt, some pepper maybe. If you want a little bit, sumac is really good. I think it's a Mediterranean spice, really, really good. You can put some of that onto the salad. For added fats, you could put some feta on it. You can throw some olives in it. Now you have a base. You've got a bowl of salad that you did after you came back from pickleball, swim, whatever it is. You made the salad, but you didn't do anything else. On your way back from work or from whatever activity you're doing, go to the store, you picked up a rotisserie chicken, and you just chopped and cut up some chicken on that, thrown it on top of that salad, and you've eaten it, boom, you're done. If you're okay having that the same day, you can totally do that. But if you go to these stores, you get the pre-marinated chicken skewers, you've got tons and tons, and sometimes it's just, in a little packet like this for two people. And it could be for 2 days, it could be a meal. I think some of them are just like sometimes $10. It's freshly made. You just have to, it gives you the instructions, popping it into the oven or putting it into your air fryer. Super simple. So you haven't really slaved in the kitchen. You haven't done that, but it's ready made, it's ready for you, and you're making the healthy choices. So think about it from that perspective, but stay consistent. There was a lot of talk about tracking your food. Unfortunately, I did mention this to you. If you're not losing weight and you're wondering why, it's probably because you're not in a calorie deficit. I put the link there for you to figure out what your caloric intake should be. And once you determine that, you have to track it. Otherwise, you're not going to know how much protein you're having versus how much. You may look at your plate and be like, yeah, that looks like enough of protein, and I think this is enough of carbs, but maybe you're having too much or too little. So I did get that feedback from the challenge that the needle didn't move. I mean, the clothes started to feel a little okay and fit better, but the scale didn't move. That's possibly because you're either doing something that you shouldn't be, like maybe you're having too many carbs, maybe there's not enough of movement. You have to look at your lifestyle. I'm not a doctor, I'm not your physician, I'm not your trainer. I do not know if you have any issues or ailments. So I can't tell you exactly what you need to do. But what I can tell you is movement is medicine. So keep the consistency going. I hope that all those who participated in this 2-week challenge continue with that walking, whatever the goal they set for themselves. Some people did 5,000, others did 10, some did 8. When you're comfortable with that and that seems to come to you easy, up it by 500 maybe. If you think achieving that is super simple, bump it up again by another 500. Maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's 1,500, maybe it's 2,000. It all depends on you, how much you want to go. So keep movement going. That will truly help you, but you do need to track your food. Now, I know there are a lot of apps out there where you can scan an AI will tell you this is how many calories are on your plate. Weighing it, you can actually see an input. AI is going to assume, I'm sure, because how is AI going to know by a picture what that looks like? It won't be exact, it'll be very close to, and that's fine. But I believe, I haven't checked out any of those apps where you can scan your food and it gives you the caloric intake for that meal. I think you have to pay for it. I think the first so many weeks or months are free and then you have to pay. I haven't done research on that, so I cannot recommend any one of those to you. I use MyFitnessPal, it's free, but again, I have an extensive diary and my meals I kind of repeat in between. So I don't really have to do a lot of research. I can just look in whatever I've already saved and it's easy for me to complete. I could get up in the morning and have my entire day planned out in terms of meals. One, because I'm meal prepping, so I know what's there to eat. Two, I already probably have eaten that, so that's already in my diary, so it's easy to select and pick. It does take some time to get there. I know it can be frustrating. It was for me as well. I've just felt it was so cumbersome. Some days I would forget. But what I did is I buddied up with someone. And so my girlfriend and myself were accountable to each other. And if I did not input, so we had access, we shared our profiles. And so when I didn't input and she did, and she checked on me, she was like, hey, you didn't input your lunch. And I'm like, oh, okay. So before going to bed, I made sure I did that. Trust me, it's not easy. It was very hard, but now it's part of what I do. It's a habit and it comes to me easy. So it might be a struggle in the beginning, but I promise you it is going to get better as you start focusing more on being more disciplined and having that consistency. So before I end this video, what I would like you to do is drop a comment and tell me, what are you struggling with in terms of meal prepping? What is your struggle? Is it time? Is it not knowing what to cook? Is it whatever? Just drop a comment, let me know, and I will be happy to give some feedback and maybe do a short, quick video on options. And before I end, stay tuned. I am going to be posting, rather talking about what our March challenge is going to be. It's going to be for the month of March. I'm really super excited. I'm coming up with a couple of ideas. So hopefully that works well for all of us on our journey. I will also be posting on my Instagram and Facebook, most likely a grocery list for no cooking. And maybe if I can get to it this time around, I will post like a 7-day meal plan, just to help you out with getting started. So I'm happy to help whoever needs the help. Like I said, I am accessible. You can reach me via this channel, through my email, Instagram, even on Facebook. If we're not friends, find me and send me a message and I'll be happy to help you out. And with that, have an awesome rest of your family day. And I will see you next time, next video. Until then, have an awesome rest of your week. Talk to you soon.